What's up, everybody? It's Joe from JLW Games coming at you with another cool live stream slash video, and we're back in Silver Dollar City. This live stream probably won't be super long because I don't have a whole lot of time, as much as the last couple. So, anyways, we're gonna get straight into it. I wanted to work a little bit on the pathwork here, so I was at the city today, and I noticed a little bit more about the pathway here for leading up to the giant swing. So what I'm going to be doing is, excuse me, what I'm going to be doing here is actually, let's see, control, we're going to be redoing this pathway here real quick. Get rid of angle snap, that way I can have full control here. I've figured out a hopefully better way that I can actually put this together. So that will go there, that will go there. And what we're going to do now is I'm going to have one piece of path that's not going to be as big. There's a pathway here that leads around. And let's see. We're gonna make a trail of a path that's going to lead around this way. There's a smaller one. If I go to Google Maps, real quick. Yes, there's a smaller one, then there's the larger one. So I'm looking at the planters here, kind of in a way, that go around here. So we're just going to simply get this around here. It's a little bit windy, so that's what we're going to do, is make that a little bit windy. And there's a spot that goes in between, kind of like so. Kind of like that. And now we're going to have to shape this up a little bit, which is going to be kind of an interesting task here. There we go. So let's get these corners all good. Like that. Now, this isn't going to be 100% perfect, by no means, but we're going to try and make it as good as possible. So I'm going to go around and try and make this the shape that I'm going for. And we'll see how it turns out. Let's get rid of these sharp ends here, because there's a lot of space right here, more than we think. I don't know if this helps at all, because I kind of want to extend it out, but I don't think it's going to do anything if I do that. But that's working out a little bit better, and that's more of the more or less the shape of this pathway than the last part I had, because I got a good look at it today, and that just looks a little bit more accurate. Again, I do want this park, or want this recreation to turn out very, very close as I can possibly get to the real thing. That is the goal here. So that's one of the key things I want to focus on. Okay, that's not going to do that, but that'll be okay. All right. And as for the Lost River, it needs to flow a little bit more here, and it's a little bit lower, actually. It's actually very lower than what we've got here. So what I'm going to do is we're going to move this. Oh my. I'm going to move it down. It's probably about right here when it comes to height on this thing, because it's considerably lower So we're going to edit this. And this is the Lost River, at least as of right now. Alright, I'm going to put on the auto tunnel just so we can actually get a little bit of this flowing. I don't know if that... Yes, it is. Okay. So if I do that, we'll flow it around here. I just wanted it to be a little bit closer to the pathway. And then it does have a pretty sharp turn here. Because it's going to come back around. And get near the first set over here a little bit. And again, this is still not final. I just want to get it a little bit closer of an idea of where the Lost River is going to be. So that's looking cool. Alright, and then we can adjust the terrain just a little bit, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. And it does kind of do this just a little bit right here. Again, we have collision off with the ride, so it's only going to block off a couple of spots. But of course, we're going to be doing lots and lots of rock work on this as well. So, because it does kind of have a little drop off and hill, and there's actually a nice set of terrain actually going around this, like a rocky-ish terrain. That will actually be right there. So I'll make sure that is nice and good to go. Ah, nice tea. Love my tea. Alright, so let's get this smoothed out just a little bit. And that's kind of a little bit of the idea that we're going to go for. Let's see. We want to now... I want to put in the covered bridge. I actually wanted to work on the Hilo silos a little bit. Let me get my reference photo up for the Hilo silos, which is a fantastic fun ride. Now, the interesting part of this one is that this is not going to be a functional ride, so it's just going to be a scenery object at the moment for right now. So let me get to my reference photos. I took a picture of it quite a while back, so I should still have it here. There is a good one right there. All right. So I got a picture of the Hilo silos here. All right, so let's see how we're going to do this. So first and foremost, there is a gate that goes across right here for the giant swing. That's kind of an interesting gate. So I'm going to make a part of this building. And it's actually on the edge of this right here. That will get to... Let's see. Let's use... It's kind of like a same piece over here, except it's kind of a 1H size. That goes about right there. And it's not quite 2 pieces. But so we are going to go in here and actually change the size down and make it about like that. And I didn't get a good shot at this gate, so I hope that it is going to turn out. This gate is for, it's a larger gate, so if they need to bring in larger equipment for the ride, they can actually do so by using this gate. Alright, and there's kind of a white trim to it that goes up and down, so we're going to do that. Let's use this, and we're going to just make it a pretty good white. Angle snap is on, so that helps us. Let's make it this way, so that way it goes through both sides. That will work. Let's put it in the end here. And I don't have a good view of the bottom, so I'm hoping that that is correct. And then it's actually crossed. Alright, let's get a good angle here. From corner to corner is what we're trying to accomplish. See if we can do it. Alright, that's gonna do right there. And then we'll go over here and do the same thing because it's crisscrossed. And it's kind of like a chain link fence almost from this point. Not exactly, but... And that's pretty close, so we'll go with it. And then, let's see, I got another shot of the end here. And that goes into the fences for the silos, which is interesting itself. One thing I don't care, I might actually get rid of the border on the swing here. And to do that, I'm going to actually go into pathways, natural pathways, and actually get rid of it. That way I can actually customize the bottom and do everything I want with that. So that makes things just a little bit easier for that. So, alright, and now I want to get into the silos, and now we're going to make the fence, the back fence for the silos. So this it's kind of interesting itself. I think I'll still make it part of this building just to make it simple. Alright, so we're going to be looking at, it's kind of trying to figure out what I want to use. It's wide, but it's not quite this texture. I wish I had a specific wooden there's a specific texture I want to use. This one might work out, actually. Not perfect, but I think it'll work for what I want. Now this color of this, I can't really get a good idea. I think it's kind of a green, kind of got a greenish tint to it, but I'm not positive. I'd have to double check. It's like grayish, more gray, but it's kind of got that green tint to it. If I'm correct. We'll see. Okay, so since we got that, then all we're gonna have to do is copy these. I wish it did not go diagonal though. That is one of my gripes about it. Alright, so usually if you have more than 3 things, it actually works. Surprisingly. Which is kind of weird. But okay, I will go with it. And it's a fence that you can really kind of just see through, so I want to make sure it has those gaps. that we can see. And then there is a fence that actually takes the form kind of like that, except it's small. Of course. Alright, so this fence is going to, let's make the top of it. And this is a white fence. So we'll make this white, and it's kind of a nice little wooden texture. Let's see if this is what we're looking for. Yeah, we can use this. So let's do this. Now we're gonna make that vertical. Like so, and then we're gonna cross it. And then once we get this down, we're just going to pretty much copy it through the whole thing. I feel like it's got a wider to it. It does, so, because that's not quite right. I also need to get kind of an idea of how big it's going to be next to a person, because that's very important as well. So we'll get this. Yeah, that's a little bit too high. At least the guy fits the park. Am I right? So we're gonna go Control X. I'm gonna get a smaller piece here. I'm actually gonna make this a little bit longer, and this we're gonna move down to the end here. And now another thing we're gonna do is make this all shorter. Probably about right there. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and actually get rid of those. Just above the ground here. Alright, now this seems is actually a little bit too long. So let's shorten it up a little bit more. And how's this actually look right here? That's actually good. Correct right there. Sorry, I'm going very, very detailed, trying to be as detailed as possible of getting this the correct size. I know it can probably be annoying at times, spending so much time on one tiny detail, but sometimes it makes a difference. All right, let's flip it around. Alright, and adjust here just a little bit. Alright, perfect little X. Again, these are kind of like chain link fences on the inside, so it's kind of weird on how exactly this works. But we're going to go ahead and select this. I feel like it's the wood, this texture is a little bit too thick. That is one issue I think I'm running into, because it doesn't look correct. Just not quite correct. If I look at, I'm going to take a look at Google Maps. It should, the outside part actually should line up pretty parallel with the swing. The barn, actually. So we're gonna get you here and you here. Alright, and we're gonna actually take one here, and I'm gonna flip it horizontal. That way it's perfectly aligned. There we go, and then it's gonna have two here. And then there's the exit gate. Which is not super big. See, the ground in this is actually kind of got a interesting texture. And as for the story mode series, I actually almost did that today, but I was crunched up on time, so it was actually faster to go ahead and do another Sword Art City episode, because everything was already set up for the stream and everything. I just had to update the thumbnail and everything, and I didn't have to change anything else. Like, the title is almost exactly the same. So, since I was in a little bit of a hurry, that did kind of affect that. But I know it's been too long since I've gotten back into that series, and hopefully we'll be back to that one very, very soon, I hope, actually. So just keep an eye out. That is what I would say. Let's see if I can't find a cover that will work nicely in here. It's gonna have to be a different object. Let's see what we can find. Decorations, roof trims. I've been in this before. I want to find an object that is trying to see just what would fit the best. Wall signs, roofs. I don't know. I'm trying to see. Because it's got a, I don't know. I'll keep that on hold. Let's see if we can't find... Why did I even click out of that? Excuse me. Now I need, like, a metal piece. Let's see if we can't find a steel metal piece that will actually work very well with this. I feel like there is something, but so maybe I can find something in walls. I'm not seeing... I mean, we got these pieces, but those are too big. So we need to find something different. Something... I guess we could use the shapes. That would actually work. Let's actually use the arch shapes here. Possibly. Alright, let's see what we got. I want a... Just gonna use the smaller piece here. Alright, so the Hilo silos... Is it an octagon? I'm not entirely sure if it is or not. I want to say it is. Alright, let's just align to the surface and make sure it's going to do what I want it to. So let's make this kind of silver. In fact, we can use the smaller one. Okay. So let's just try this. Did that place? Yes, it placed. Okay, so I'm gonna take this, and it's built in like panels. Ah, crap, I messed that up. Alright, so we're gonna make it a part of this building. Great. It just needs to be a part of a building. That's all I care about. That's all that matters at this point. We can move this if we need to. So let's see, probably about that big. And we're just going to move it upwards with a slight gap in there. I guess I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tall. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And 7. So it's 7 blocks tall. All right, let's see if we can make this happen. So we're going to take this and we're going to Control X. And we're going to try and make this work as best as I can. Let's see, we're at 15 degrees, so that'd be 30 degrees. Let's try and make this 30 degrees each time. And there's 2 silos, so... So what we're going to do each time is just click it twice and then just align it where it needs to go until we get a complete circular, or until we connect back to the other side. So I'm going to make 3 here, and then it's actually turning out pretty good. So I'm going to take that, Control X, and then we're going to do the same thing. Alright, that's even there, so 1, 2. So it should be right there. Excellent. Now we're just going to select all of it, and should just have to turn it around here and align it just right. And look at that. That's actually not too bad. I mean, it's a very simple design, but it's actually not too bad. Now I need to get a good picture of the top. Again, this is not going to be functional, of course, because there's no such ride in the game. So any rides that are not actually in the game, I'm actually going to make it the best I can out of scenery pieces. So that's going to be fun. But thankfully, I only have to make this once, and then I can just copy it to the other side. And now I gotta figure out what the top looks like, because I didn't get a good enough reference photo of the top of these things. So I'm gonna see if I can't find a decent image on Google Images of the high, low silos, Silver Dollar City. There they are. Alright, that's a little bit better of a picture that I'm looking at right now that you can't see. Okay, so very easy, probably going to be fairly simple with the art pieces. So what we're going to do is literally I'm just going to take the excuse me, take these. Oh gosh. Alright, that's about the same size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Alright, so we're just going to go in this. I hate that it is like that. Why is it all backwards? I don't know why the rotation and the advanced methods are so wacky like that. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Like, why is it rotating that way? I don't understand that. That is the part that I don't understand, but okay. See, if I take two, if I take quite a few pieces, okay, never mind, it's not gonna do it anyways. Great. I don't like that. That's alright. We're big boys. We can do this ourselves. Whoops. So we'll just take one. And it's gonna go on the outside just a little bit. And we'll pretty much do the same thing. Gotta make it look more rustic and dirty, though. That is the main thing it's missing. Now I know there is a simpler way to do this or make these a little bit easier, but of course I am not. I'm still getting used to using the shapes in the first place. So I need to look up some more tutorials and stuff on this, but at the moment, this is what we're doing. Oh gosh, messed that up completely. Alright, is that centered? Yes, it is. Alright, so this is probably not by no means perfect at all, but if it's close, it will be okay, because again, this is an object that's not actually going to be functioning in the first place. So, yeah. And I've actually watched that dome tutorial that Silverhead has actually posted. It's on the spire and domes, but being as unsmart as I am, I can't always remember these things perfectly, so but hey, it's not looking too bad as is right now. I think it's actually looking fairly decent, and you know, it's starting to become a Hilo silo-ish kind of figure, if that's what you want to call it. But all right, there's actually one part to that I really want to add that is essential here, and I believe it's under scenery, but I'm not entirely sure what it's under. Let's see if I can go under theme. What theme would it be under? Western, I believe, if I'm correct. So let's see if I can find this object that I'm looking for. Maybe it's not under scenery. I'm under all right now, so it would show up here. Maybe it is under building. Alright, we will go ahead and put Western and see what comes up. There it is. The actual weather vane, is that what they're called? I suppose so. The only difference on this one is that in Silver Dollar City, it actually has like a chicken or rooster, rather. I don't know which one exactly. This one has like a little bandit or outlaw guy on it. So, not exactly 100% accurate, but I think this thing actually moves as well, which is kind of cool. But anyways, it'll work for now, and I think the one at Silver Say is actually a little bit bigger than that as well. But it will get the job done for what it is. So, Do you have any updates on the SDC spinner? Who said it was a spinner? I don't have any updates except that it's being built, or that a ride or thing is being built over there. You know, I mean, what else do you want? You know, it's something new coming in 2018. They've acknowledged that, at least. I've actually had somebody ask me earlier today, and I said, well, they're making an announcement in August, and I can say that it is something that's going to be fun, exciting, fast, and big. That is what they did. That is what they revealed. Or, that's what they told us to say. Any rumored elements? Hey, I'm not even supposed to say it's a roller coaster, because technically we don't know, because they haven't. Well, there's literally track on site, but that's beside the point. For all we know, that could be supports for a tent for a new circus attraction, and it just looks like track, but it's actually like supports for a circus tent. Sure, that's what it's gonna be. As much as I want to tell you guys, I actually don't know anything about the layout or anything like that. I do know that it's the track on site is definitely Mac. It has to be Mac. I don't know what else it would be. It looks exactly like Mac track, and that that it's rumored to be a spinning coaster. Okay, that's the rumor going around with everybody. So I mean, I'm not gonna lie that that's something that people are thinking that it's gonna be. So me personally, I do know maintenance guys that are working on the project that may have slipped a couple of things about it, but again, I am not going to reveal anything because, and anyways, that's not official in the first place, so it's not. None of that is official, so you shouldn't use that. New viewer, and you love my videos. Keep up the hard work. Well, thank you very much. I hope to keep you around for a while. That's my goal. Alright, I need to get something right there to cover that up, but I need something that looks like that wall, except it's a roof. But I don't have anything at the moment that I can think of. Excuse me. But yeah, this area is going to start coming together hopefully pretty soon if I get around to that. Alright, let me get to the pathways here. We're going to actually smooth that out right here. Just a little bit. There's actually a more path going that way. If you had to guess, what is something you are looking forward for the ride? What I'm hoping it is, and what I've heard, and hoping that it is that it is a Mac multi-launch spinning coaster. That is what my hopes are, and what, you know, a lot of the rumors are in the first place. So, and again, those are the rumors. We don't have any name or theming ideas, except for, you know, the idea that it's going to have the time traveler theme is also the idea. But they've trademarked some other names lately as well, so a lot of people may not be sure about what it is. But it's looking very large and very awesome. I know that. So again, I don't know anything about it. You can't, like, I'm not 100% sure of anything that it's going to be, but I'm just going based off of rumors. So because it's not like they just go out and tell us right or before the announcement. You know, they want everyone to wait and be surprised at the announcement. But there's track literally on site, so there's no hiding that. It's definitely no B&M or anything like that. But they have confirmed it's the largest investment in Silver Dollar City's history of the park, and their largest investment before this was Wildfire at $14 million. So it can't be too hard to break that, to be honest. So let's see. I'm trying to too much dilly-dallying around here. I need to actually start building stuff. Alright, so we can actually find a good texture here that will work for this. This one actually will work quite well if I get the color right. It's kind of a brown. I wish there was multiple colors on this one, but there's not. Alright, we definitely have to take that angle snap off. Alright, this is like a kind of a planter spot. That's a very interesting. Let's see if I can move you over here. And you gotta make it tall enough as well. Because of the change in level of the paths and the terrain just make things a wee bit a little more difficult. Oh gosh. Darn it. Didn't mean to do that. That's alright. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to turn down grid height. Because I want to make this just a tad taller. Not too much. Is that going to be fighting textures there? I hope not. Let's see, that's... Alright, we need to make it one more taller. That is acceptable right there. Let's see if I turn down the grid size. Can I do this side too? Yeah. We'll go ahead and do as much as we can with what we've got. I'm going to take this, split it from the building. And we're just going to back out of this. And we're just going to integrate this. What did I do there? Oh, I controlled X there instead of... Hey, that's A-okay. There's just so many things that I can work on here that it's hard to choose just what I'm going to work on. So sometimes I'll work on slight details, and then sometimes I'll just kind of do whatever I can find. And sometimes I'll work on some major detailing. I hate it when I get to spots, tough situations like this where I got a corner I gotta fill, but I don't know. And what about powder keg, or was that taken down? I'm guessing you're trying to say taken down. But powder keg has not been taken down. I feel like eventually it will, but not just yet. But it's gonna be one of those challenging ones because it's it's not quite in the that kind of coaster's not quite in the game. I will say that. So, on the last episode, I did try to do something, but didn't work out the greatest. So I still am gonna try and figure out how I'm going to actually do that. I have a fly running around my room right now that is just driving me insane. I'm just gonna go around and add slightly different details to different things. There is a nice, beautiful little closet door right here. supply closet for the area hosts. Didn't I build Fury 325? Yes, I did, actually. It was one of the recreations I did. So yes, I did do, that was the last recreation I did on coasters, and I still have to do another one. Actually, I have to look at the voting poll and see which is in the lead. I think the Texas Giant was in the lead last time I looked, the new Texas Giant, but I haven't looked in a while, so it might be a good idea to take a look at that soon. All right, let's see where we're at right now. This is actually coming along quite nicely. I haven't done... Where did that path come from? I guess I never deleted it. But anyways... yeah, it's coming along quite nicely. I mean, slowly but surely. I'm liking how the giant swing's starting to turn out. It's going to look cool. Once we get around more to the Lost River area, that's going to look cool as well. Again, a lot of the terrain is just a challenge in itself. Everything's just very hard to get around to getting correct, so, but we're gonna do the best that we can with what we're able to do. So at this rate, let's take a look here. So the end of the map is over here. Let's see, so we're over here by Outlaw Run, Lost River. Lost River is right here. Fireman's Landing is going to be about in this area. So, Fireman's Landing will come here, and then we'll go around over here. And I don't believe I'm going to be able to fit Expo in. That's going to be a very tight squeeze as well. Will I do live streams about Arrow Valley on Arrow Valley? I'm not sure just yet. Maybe later down the line I might, but as of right now, no. I will not be doing those. I want to keep those to just videos only at the moment. Just for right now, but possibly could be going into those possibly could be doing the streams. Sorry, into those in the future. That is the idea. Possibly. Okay, so I'm gonna raise the terrain just a little bit here because we have it actually where it goes under the train tracks. It actually does have a little bit of hill, so I'm going to get that moving around over here. See how this turns out. Let's go ahead and crank up the size. Whoops. Over here, and we're going to create some more land. Alright, we're getting near the fire in the hole area this direction. So we're just going to see the park start to come together. I know the terrain is a jobbled mess right now at the moment, so because terrain is just everywhere at the moment, as you can see, just it's a jobbled mess at the moment, but we will get that hopefully fixed. When will you be doing another Westwood episode? I don't know if you're talking about the series itself, because the series is already done, because Westwood is already complete. But the next video on Westwood hopefully will be very soon, and it's actually going to be the cinematic video of Westwood. So that is something to look forward to. Alright, so the train tracks is going to come around here. Crossroads Pizza. Let me take a look here at the Google Maps. Alright, so the train tracks go over right there and go right by Crossroads, in between Crossroads. And yes, that's gonna fit quite nicely right there, and then we're gonna go back behind Fire in the Hole. And then the covered bridge is right there, so that works out pretty well. And then the train tracks will come around this way. So we're going to get some more groundbreaking stuff here. I know, right? Hold on here, actually. We're going to expand this terrain height over here because the ground is just slightly higher over here. And there actually is a hill right here. Anyways, so that will actually work pretty perfectly for our cause. But with Westwood, I don't know if anyone has the park downloaded, but there is an interesting development in that park right now that is actually hopefully going to be raising some eyebrows like, something's going on. So if you have downloaded the park, make sure it's up to date, because I did update it the other day, and there's something new in that park that someone might notice. We got go-karts. Let's see, which one are we going to use? The Connie Express, or I feel like we're going to use the Iron Horse a little bit more likely here. So the train station is going to be somewhere over in that vicinity over there, but for right now, I'm not actually going to do that. So there is a track going over here. So we're just going to get an idea. And it's actually pretty low to the ground, actually. It's actually not too tall, not too high. Alright, so I'm just gonna, this isn't where the station is, I'm just getting an idea where this track's gonna be. Alright, so I'm gonna get Google Maps up here. It stays fairly straight as it goes right by Crossroads Pizza. Has a little bit of a curve here, very slight. And then it's going to go straight. And then we'll end up by Fire in the Hole at this point. It's going to curve around and go near, or right by the giant swing. Then there's a crossing right here. I feel like we're just slightly off, though. So excited, we actually got the Frisco Silver Dollar line coming in here. Welcome to the Frisco Silver Dollar line. It's gonna go back behind the giant swing, and then it's gonna go over by Outlaw Run. And head off back towards the woods. Alright, that will be it for right now. Now, one thing I want to do Wish I could move it like that, but I'm not going to be able to. Woo! So we're going to use this to kind of help us out here. Because it's a little bit closer to the ground than that. And we'll actually adjust the terrain anyways. If I put it there, that's too low, so we're gonna... And again, it's actually fairly close, not too far above the ground. And I'm doing a lot of this progression here because I really want to start seeing it. It's going to really start taking shape in this area. So we're going to just get this out of the way. And that's not where the station is. I'm just putting it there so I can actually get the track rolling around here. So now we're going to raise up the terrain. Get to the point where I want it. And we're going to shrink this down. And make this level. And that will start working. There we go. For right now, and we're going to make this look a lot more natural. Because Silver Dollar City is anything but flat land. It's just the opposite. And that's starting to take a little bit shape there. Sorry, I've been away from the chat for a little bit. Alright, what time is it? It's 8:11. I still got some time here. Again, this will probably be just a slightly shorter episode than the last, maybe. We'll see. There's actually a railroad crossing right here. That no one actually usually will see because it's a backstage area that I'm actually know about. So, all right, fire in the hole is literally going to be right here. You can actually see the fire in the hole building from the pathway back here, so. So we're going to smooth it out here. Looking good. Alright, a couple little spots here that will touch up. Make it look nice and natural. Alright, that's going to be really cool. Especially once we start getting like a lot of trees up and everything, it's really going to blend in a lot better than, because right now you're just literally looking at some of the raw stuff of the park at the moment. So fire in the hole will be right there, followed by a powder keg, which is definitely probably not going to fit. I will say that. Which is okay, because powder keg is, you know, probably impossible to build in this game anyways at the current moment. Now, another possibility is I could move the park over to the right a little bit, but I'm not sure just yet of what I want to do just yet. I've also thought about making everything kind of in parts, kind of like different sections of the park and parts, So you have to go to part 1, part 2, and all that stuff. I thought about doing that, and I could probably do it easily in 2 parts, but I'm not entirely sure. I would hate to do, just powder keg by itself, but man, because I'm definitely limited on space here. And one thing I would hate to do is, get so far and make it almost nearly impossible to move all the objects over slightly. Hopefully someday, maybe, just maybe, Planet Coaster will give us a little bit bigger worlds. If I could have it to about right here, that would be perfect. And literally, over here on this side, if I could have it about right here, that would be great. And maybe the front just a little bit more too, because I'm pushing it on space here. But it is looking really good. I'm going to do as much as I possibly can. And worst comes to worst, this is a project I want to continue to work on even throughout the years and really just update it as much as possible. So it's really cool. Like I'm starting to get really excited about how it's actually turning out. I really started to work a lot on Outlaw Run when we first started, and that it's turning out pretty good. At least I thought. Track work needs a little bit of work. The design in it just needs a little bit more work, and that will be great. Oh gosh, why are we lagging so much? The station building's turning out okay. But again, I never finished this completely, but it will be good. I'm fairly confident it's going to be good too. So, but I want to hear what you guys think about the park so far. I think it's going to be really cool. I wish the worlds were slightly bigger. Maybe if I rotated something certain way, it could have turned out better. I should have probably thought this through a little bit more on spacing and everything. Because at this point, I kind of want to move everything slightly to the right just a bit, but I can't actually do that because you can't just move paths over and everything. So I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to actually get that done. The crazy part is I'm still going to have a lot of room in this back corner over here because Fireman's Landing is probably only going to come to about right here. And there's going to be a lot of space still back there. So, and then we get over here, and there's absolutely no way I'm going to fit Grand Expo in this spot, in this area. So, again, this area is not even close to being detailed at all. So that's what makes it very exciting because it's already starting to come together quite a bit. So that's going to be very, very cool. But that's about all I'm going to be able to do for right now. I do have to get back, and I have some plans tonight, so I was glad I was able to do something tonight. And I'm trying to get back on track with more live streams and videos to you guys as much as possible. So I know today's stream wasn't the biggest deal, nothing too special, but we're going to get back into it and hopefully get some more detailing. I need to get some more reference photos. That's the biggest thing I need to do as of right now. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe for more content like this. And if you missed any of the live stream, it'll of course will be uploaded directly after the live stream ends. So you can go check it out here soon after it processes there. So anyways, thank you guys so much. Let me let me know what you think in the comments and everything later if you're watching this later. And I will catch you guys next time. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day and an even cooler tomorrow. Thanks and goodbye.